Welcome to the 2019 Endurance World Championship from Germany. This is the fourth round of the EWC, the 8 Hours of Oschersleben. Already the season has offered plenty of drama. With 2 races to go, who will be crowned champion? Well, we started at the Paul Ricard circuit with the Boldor reigning champions FCC TSR Honda taking the win in round 1. Then it was off to Le Mans, Team SRC Kawasaki taking top honours on home soil. At the Slovakia ring, there were plenty of bikes losing grip, but the Yamaha Austria racing team held on to the lead to take victory. Next up, it's the 8 Hours of Oschersleben with spectacular action guaranteed. The Motorsport Arena Oschersleben plays host to the 4th of 5 rounds. The track is the shortest of the season, measuring just 3.6 kilometers and featuring 14 turns. No long straights, there is little rest for the riders on this physical track, and the shorter distance means there will be more traffic on track for everyone to deal with. Well, there's always a warm welcome for the riders and teams in Germany. As we can see here in the autograph session, despite not having won a race this season, Suzuki Endurance Racing Team come to Germany as championship leaders, but they will have big competition here from the other EWC teams. Let's not forget, this is also the final round at the Superstock World Cup with the German Endurance Racing Team on top.
We are in the first position in the Superstock World Cup, and tomorrow it's the last race, and we will see. We want to go for the victory, and the level from all the other riders are really high, but we are in the first position with 11 points in front, and yeah, we will see.
Behind them, junior team LMS Suzuki, Machau Racing and Moto Ain are all tied in second place.
C'est clair, le Gert 56, ça va être difficile d'aller les chercher, je pense, 11 points, ça va pas être facile pour le moment, mais après on sait jamais, c'est l'endurance.
Well, it's true, it'll be tough to close down the 56 bike. 11 points won't be easy. This is endurance racing, anything can happen in 8 hours, but the fight for second place is on, and the goal is to finish in front. On race day, preparations are made before it's time to line up on the grid. This is the moment of high tension as a tough 8 hours lay ahead. On pole position was the green machine, Team SRC Kawasaki.
Effectivement, c'est un moment de tension extrême.
It's an extremely tense time. We've all been focused since Tuesday when we arrived, so we've been under pressure in a way since then. Well, it's true. This morning, between the warm-up and the start of the race, it's stepped up again. I'm eager for the race to start. For some, the preparations are an important ritual. Before every race, visualization of the track can be key.
Just visualizing all my lap, the way and I start, the way and I want to ride, the way as I look outside and inside the bike. Or stay more calm and more focused on just not distract me, just stay concentrate to do my job.
The start of an endurance race is unlike any other motorbike championship, as riders prepare for the Le Mans style start.
It's an incredible feeling. Maybe the most beautiful feeling, but also the worst feeling because you have so tension.
You're all standing in line with all the other riders and just waiting when the flag is going down, the national flag. So your heart rate is really up and you're really nervous.
Special, you can feel the people, the heat, everything, the pressure before the flag.
You are just waiting one movement and go to run, and it's quite big emotion.
The flag goes down, you're running to the bike and hope the bike starts immediately.
When you start to run, you forget everything and you are focused on the bike, so it's so good, really good sensation.
And then time to release the tension as 39 bikes go into battle. All the preparations done with the hope you've got the bike set up exactly as you need. It's fair to say in the Endurance World Championship, getting the bike set up right and the tyres working is a unique challenge.
With 3 riders on the bike, so it's always a bit difficult to set the bike up, height, footrests, handlebars and levers. That's pretty important. Afterwards, of course, you've got each rider, got different styles of riding. You've got riders that can carry a lot of speed around corners, so they, of course, are going to carry a lot of speed and use a lot of edge grip. And then you've got the other riders going to brake really hard on the front end, probably wear the front tyre out a bit more, and it's also difficult to try and get the right tyre choice.
3 riders are very different. You have different weight, you have different size, and you need to adapt the bike. The setting of the bike at these 3 riders, they don't have the same feeling, and we need to build tyres for these 3 riders.
Just as they do off the track, Dunlop Motorsport works closely with the teams in the EWC to ensure that they are supplying tyres that all 3 riders can trust.
Dunlop get a lot of titles in road endurance because the tire is consistent, constant, and all the rider have a big confidence on. So it's really important in endurance.
The continual development is part of our partnership with Dunlop. So as the riders are coming in and they're giving feedback as to what the bike's doing in different situations, different corners, they're taking their notes, and we're lucky enough normally that within a couple of rounds that they've come with a different tyre that addresses those problems and pushes us onto that next level to improve our lap time further.
With different bike, it's always the same feeling, you know, with the Dunlop. It's not because you change bike, you have a different sensation. You can do since the first lap until the end of the stint, the same lap time. So this is really good.
Back to the 8 Hours of Oschersleben, and for now, those tyres are working well for the factory teams as Honda leads from Suzuki. Behind them are many private teams whose fight to compete is even harder. Bolliger Team Switzerland is one of those private teams fighting against the might of the factory bikes.
For sure, the budget is one of the biggest difference between us and the factory teams, and then also testing days and everything else around the team is completely different. So everybody in our team, all my teammates, also the riders, they are not paid. They're working for free. This is a passion. It's not a job. It's a hobby. And so they invest their free times, their holidays. They put in our team, and that's one of the biggest difference.
The team was started by Hans-Peter Bolliger himself, a former endurance rider. It's now been going for 38 years, with son Kevin due to take over when his father retires.
Endurance is a very special championship. you can't compare it with another championship with going for 25 laps, one rider. You have 5 people in a team. We are one big family. Everybody knows each other, and we know also the background informations of everybody else in the team. So, and also that's why we are in endurance, because endurance it's endurance.
Well, this weekend, that family has been broken up. 2 of the 3 usual riders have been injured, so replacements had to be found at the last minute.
I was nearly on my cell phone the whole evening, and then we found 2 young Austrian riders, Julian Meyer and Marco Nequasil. They did some laps and they have to learn the team. They don't know the bike. And yeah, it's really it was a crazy week for us, and also now Nigel is a little bit sick, and yeah, it will be a tough race for us, but we are fighting for the good points and for good positions, and we are never giving up.
Well, at Oschersleben, the team spirit being put to the test again as Nigel Wolveren has crashed in the opening laps.
Yeah, I was stuck behind another bike, so I just tried to pass him here in the first corner, pulled it off, went a bit wide and crashed over some dirt or I don't know what. Right now we're in 38th place, but I mean, with the lap times the guys can do, and I think I can do in a bit, we're definitely going to climb up. I mean, you can get up. It's endurance racing. We're not here to drink a beer, we're here to race.
And it's not just the smaller teams suffering. Race leaders Suzuki also fall in the heat of battle. And in the fight for the Superstock World Cup, the German endurance racing team are having a disaster. They've run out of fuel. And that incident hands the lead to the junior team LMS Suzuki, but it's not for long. As the 8 Hours of Oschersleben continues, the pressure was building. In the pit lane, all eyes are on the action on track at the crucial point of this season. Both on the circuit and sometimes off it. The race for the lead between the Yamaha Austria racing team Yacht and the FCC TSR Honda France is fierce. Finally, something gives and the Yamaha's engine has blown while Honda Endurance Racing hit their oil on track and follow them out of the race. Some big hitters falling at the final hurdle. Disappointment for Honda, while Yamaha's hopes of the EWC Championship look dashed. With less than 2 hours remaining, the 96 Moto Ain bike is now leading the Superstock World Cup, but their rivals are closing in. But a 56 is a threat. The 56 is very fast. He's signalling. Get ready. He's signalling. Well, the new tyres aren't working. We're not quick with the new tyres. He did a good stint, and the others are coming back at us. I think it's over. Oh, anyone could have a problem. 56 are flying those extra points. Won't be hard for them to come by, so we'll have to see. Well, I'm lucky because the team I rode with last year has my monsieur from home working with them, so he can look after me. I'm pretty lucky. Well, it's tough because after my stint, I was watching the race and I saw that we were first in the virtual championship, and I don't like that. I'm touching wood. When you ride, you think about it a bit and you say to yourself, I mustn't fall off. At first it's cool, but then you've got to get that idea out of your head. It's difficult not to think about it and make a mistake. Showing information about the oil. Do you have to go inside or not? FCC TSR Honda France are leading the race after the 7 Yamaha crashed, and they make their final pit stop. Behind them, SRC Kawasaki France in second is on course to take the championship lead. After their crash, early on, Team Bolliger Switzerland had another injured rider and had to continue their fight with just 2 riders over the final 7 hours. An incredible feat of endurance against all the odds.
Actually, we are on place 18, so I hope we can get these 2 points. They are important for our championship, and I'm really happy with these 2 guys that they helped us out of this difficult situation.
And team manager Hans Petter is also happy with his new recruits. Yeah, they certainly did a good job. They arrived at 5:30 on Thursday evening to start at 7:30. So good job. They've ridden fast. If it wouldn't be for them, we could have packed up everything on Wednesday and gone home. But now it's good. The race was bad, but importantly, we got 3 points, and that's good. For me, the team worked perfectly well, so I was very happy. Also the Kawasaki, which felt better and better. And my rhythm, we got there in the end. Really happy. For FCC TSR Honda France, the time to celebrate the overall win is here. Moto 1 leads the chase for the Superstock World Cup, but it's still not over. As the German team overtake a rival, they believe they're getting close, but it might not be enough. And as they approach the line, the noise says it all. The French team have done it. It's incredible. I don't know what I'm feeling at the moment. I gave it everything, sweat, blood, and we did it. The whole team. Time now for the champagne, and we'll see you for the final rounds of the EWC in Suzuka. From Oschersleben, it's bye for now.